So hello my dear students, welcome to this video. So this is your chapter 12 part 1 video. So chapter 12 basically 3-page AC system. So till now whatever the networks we have used, all mostly they are single page AC circuits, right? So single page AC circuits, it is represented by this. There is a source and a load. Okay, so this is load and this is source voltage and phase angle, where Vp, it is the RMS value of phase voltage, and phi, it is the phase. So source supplying the current to the load, right? So this is a single page AC system, and mostly it is generated by the help of a single page alternator, right? So most of the case we can find the single page AC systems, the amplitude of the voltage will be 240 or 220 to 240 volt, and the frequency is 50 Hz in India, right? It is. So in this particular section, so instead of discussing about the single page, we will discuss about the 3-page. And why we are going for 3-page systems? There are several advantages of 3-page systems. Out of those, I am giving here mainly 3 advantages. So there are so many advantages, but here only I am highlighting about that 3. So the main advantages of 3-phase system over single phase system, right? So the main advantages of 3-phase systems over single phase systems, right? So mostly the first advantages is mostly the generation and distribution of AC are 3-phase system. Means, so our generating stations generates 3-phase power, it is transmitted 3-phase power and distributed also 3-phase power. This is one advantage. Second thing, if suppose we have 3-phase systems, in the same way I can say, if we have 3-phase systems, when it is generated or distributed with an operating frequency of 60 Hz in US and 50 Hz in rest part, including India, right? So here the operating frequency will be 50 Hz. So particularly the generation and transmission distributions mostly it is 3-phase system. So if we have a 3-phase systems which will be generated by the help of a 3-phase alternator, so we can show here a 3-phase alternator cross-sectional view. Which has windings so which has 3 windings. So let it is A, its opposite will be A dash, because every coil has 2 ends. Let it is B, B dash, and C, C dash. Okay, so from A we will get 1 page, from B we will get another page, and from C we will get another page. So there are 3 pages A, B, C. So the other end C dash, like here A dash and B dash all will be joined together, and from that we will get a common point which is known as a neutral. Getting this? So mostly we can say this is cross sectional view of 3-phase alternator. Right, it is? So one is stator part, one is rotor part. So the generation of electricity is very simple. We need one stator or stationary winding, that is your stator, where you have to give a DC supply to create a magnetic field, and one rotating part or rotor which will be rotated through that magnetic field to generate the voltage. And each phase it is placed 120 degree apart from each other, right? So therefore individual voltage, whatever it will be generated here, let VA, that is VP angle 0 degree, and VB it will be V phase angle minus 120 degree, and VC becomes VP angle minus 240 degree, or it is VP angle plus 120 degree. Getting this? So the most one advantages of the 3-phase system is mostly the generation distribution is 3-phase AC systems. That is one reason. And here, if suppose we need a single phase supply, then it is we can get from that 3-phase. One line and one neutral will allow you a single phase. Most of the domestic users, they need a single phase supply. So from the 3-phase supply, we can easily get a single phase supply. If you need 2-phase supply also, that is also possible from the 3-phase system. Even more than 3 phase, if it is required, like in case of aluminum factories, they need 48 phase. So by manipulating that 3-phase systems can be converted to 48 phase. So less phase is possible, more phase is possible. So therefore the 3-phase is better as compared to single phase. Right? This is one advantage. Second thing, we will go for the second one. The second one is, since there are 3-phase systems, so the 3-phase power, instantaneous power, the 3-phase instantaneous power is constant, not pulsating like single phase. Already in single phase I have discussed About the instantaneous power, there we have one constant part and one pulsating part. So since the single phase AC, our instantaneous power is pulsating one, but three phase AC instantaneous power at any instant it is constant. So due to that, what is good for the systems? So if our load is a three phase motor, then since our instantaneous power is constant, so the vibration in the machine will be less as compared to single phase systems. So this is the second advantage. And the third advantage is it requires less number of conductors. So the line losses is less, and three phase system are more economical, as compared to single phase system. So losses here is less. So the economic, if we discuss about the economic part, the three phase system is more economical as compared to single phase systems. Getting this? So these are few advantages I have highlighted here. First advantages, second advantages, and third advantage. So there are three advantages I have highlighted here. Besides those also, so many advantages of three phase systems over single phase system. And this is the reason why we are transferring our AC system from single phase to three phase. Okay. Now, already since we know single phase systems, as you know, single phase system has one coil. When it is rotated through the magnetic fields, we are getting a single phase voltage generation. Similarly, when you are going for the three phase system, there are three windings and they are placed 120 degree apart from each other, and when it is rotated in clockwise or anti-clockwise, then we are getting our three phase voltages, right? So by taking the reference, as I have already mentioned here, VA will be VP angle 0, second will be minus 120 degree lag, third will be minus 240 degree lag or 120 degree lead. So rotations may be in clockwise or may be in anti-clockwise. Based upon that, we can get a sequence. Three phase voltage sequence. So actually sequence depends on the maximum value appear. So depending upon the rotations also, there are two sequences. Number one A, B, C, or AC. Second one is AC, B. So A, B, C, or sometimes you can use RYB, or it is RBY. So depending upon the rotations and depending upon the highest value or maximum value appears, the sequence will be decided. If suppose A here, B here, C here are rotations like this, then sequence will be ABC. If rotation in anti-clockwise, suppose A here, B here, and C here, rotations is like this, then sequence is ABC, and if the rotations like this, then ACB. A is the reference point. Getting this? So there are two sequences, either ABC or ACB. ABC also rotation we can use RYB, red, yellow, blue. Okay. So these are the sequence. Now we will go for the three phase connections. Three phase connections. Right? We know about the single phase systems. So if suppose we have three single phase systems, you can see this is one single phase, we have second single phase system, third is another single phase systems. So let we have three single phase systems. Three phase connections, or better we have to take it is interconnections, right? So we have three phase systems. If we see here, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 number of conductors. Z1 load, Z2, Z3 load, and this is BS1, BS2, BS3. Maybe the values will be same, but three different supply. So if we interconnect all these three supply to a single system, then we will get a three-phase system. Three single phase to a single three-phase. Three single phase, three single phase to single three-phase. So three single phase to single three-phase is possible by using interconnections. By using the interconnections. Okay. So there are two possible connections. Number one, star or Y connection, and number two is delta connection. So either we can make star connections or we can make delta connections. So there are two interconnections are possible when we are transferring three single phase to a single three phase system. So one by one we will see here. Now we are going for star connections first, then we will go for delta. So now star connection, you can see here, star or Y, star connections or Y connection. Okay, right? So this is possible by connecting similar ends together. Suppose you see here, this is one, we have three. Suppose this is one phase having two terminals. Second one, same two terminals. Third one also same two terminals. So we have to connect these similar ends here. So when we connect the similar ends, this is Z1, Z2, Z3, the impedance part, then we are getting A, B, C here. And this common part is known as the neutral. So if we rearrange this, then we can make the circuits like this. Right? Getting this? So Z1, Z2, Z3. So from here we are getting one page. Right? So this is also star connections and this is also star connection. So better to take it is Z1, Z2, Z3. So second one is here. and third one, let it be like this. Okay, so A, B, C, and this one is your neutral, A, B, C, and this is the neutral part, right? So this is our star connection. Okay, so we have three phase star connections here by connecting three different phase. Okay, so A, B, C and neutral. Clear about this? So when we are going for the star connections, there is a neutral, and you see the potential difference you will find here. One you may get between AN, BN, CN. So between AN, let the voltage is VAN. Between BN, voltage is VBN. And one more is between C and N, let it be VCN. Right? So there are three possible ways. Similarly, we can take between AB, A, B, VAB, right? Between B and C, BBC, and between C and A, so VCA. So if we see here, there are total number of voltage we have here 6 voltage, A, BL, CL, AB, BC and CL. So in this case, there are two group of voltage. One group is AL, BL, CL. So the voltage between any one line and neutral, the voltage between any one line and neutral is called phase voltage. It's called phase voltage, and it can be represented by Vp. Second one, so here examples are VAL, VBL and VCL are the phase voltages, right? So these are the phase voltages. Getting this? Similarly, second one is the voltages between any two lines are called line voltage, or it is represented by VL. Example in this case is VAB, BBC and VCL, right? So line voltage and phase voltage. So in case of a three-phase systems, there are two types of voltage. One is line voltage, one is phase voltage. Everybody must have heard about that, line voltage and phase voltage. So line voltage is between any two line, phase voltage is between any one line and neutral. Okay? So you can see these are the coils or impedance of coil. If Z1, Z2 and Z3, if the impedance of these three coils, magnitude as well as phase are same, then we can say the system is balanced system. So one more thing I am showing here. When the magnitude and phase of Z1, Z2 and Z3 are equal, then the system is called balanced system. Balanced system. Okay. So when the magnitude and phase of the all these three Z1, Z2, Z3 are same, then it is known as a balanced system. If it is different, then it is a unbalanced system. So in our course, only balanced systems are there. So in case of a balanced system, AN, BN and CN are equal, but they are 120 degree apart from each other. Because you see the coils are 120 degree. This is 120, 120, 120. So this is 120 degree, 120 degree and 120 degree. Since the coils are placed 120 degree apart from each other, so therefore voltage amplitudes may be same, but their phase angle will be different. So in case of a balanced system, so I am showing here in case of a balanced system, so that is your balanced system. So as I already told, balanced system means the amplitude and phase of these three impedance will be same, equal, then the system is balanced system. So in case of balanced system, VAN magnitude is same as VBN magnitude, and it is same as VCN magnitude, and it is known as Vpatch. Magnitudes are same, but they are 120 degree out of phase with each other, right? So out of phase with each other. Getting this? Similarly, the line voltages magnitudes are same and they are 120 degree apart from each other. Okay. So in case of a balanced system, your VAB magnitude, VBC magnitude and VCA magnitude is same, that is V line, but they are 120 degree apart from each other. So phase voltage, line voltage, their magnitude is equal, but they are 120 degree apart from each other. So getting this, that is about a balanced system. Write it. And one more thing. So in case of a three-phase system or balanced system, so in case of a three-phase balanced system, in case of a three-phase balanced system, VAN, let VAN is equal to VP angle 0 degree and VPN is equal to VP angle minus 120 degree and VCN is VP angle plus 120 degree. Then VAN plus VBN plus VCN is equal to VP 180 and it is minus 0.5 minus J 0.866. So we will transfer this polar to rectangular form and it is minus 0.5. This will be transferred to rectangular form, minus 0.5 plus J 0.866 and this will give you 0. So the sum of all phase voltages at any time instant, always it is equal to 0. And to prove that, I have given in one way. Getting this? So all the line voltages or the sum of the instantaneous voltage of phase at any instant, it is equal to 0. Right? So here, in case of a delta connections, now relationship between line voltage and phase voltage. So to get this line voltage and phase voltage relations, we can write VAN, if you see AN, between AN, BSC is there, BBC is there, so VAN, you can see, this is VAN and this is VBN. So VAB is what? VAN minus VBN. So VAB, we may write it is VAN minus VBN. This is the phasor difference. This is known as phasor difference. Okay? Or the same things we can write it is VAN phasor. It is a phasor value plus of minus VBN. Or it is same we may write VAN phasor plus VNB phasor. Because VBN and VNB is same. The magnitude will be same. And VBC we may write like this. VBN phasor plus VNC phasor in this same manner, and your VCA phasor is equal to VCN plus VNA, or it is minus V, that is your AN, or it is plus VN, right? So this is one relations from the circuit, right? So from the circuits we will get that relations. Now what to do here? If we draw a phasor diagram, so from phasor diagram, so first what we will do, take equal 120 degree apart, take the same length, okay? So VAN, VBN and VCN. So this is 120 degree, 120 degree, and it is 120 degree. Now VAB, to get VAB, which is the line voltage, that is VAN plus VNB. So VNB plus means just to reverse it. Okay, so this is minus VBN, or it is plus VNB, right? So now draw a horizontal line here with this parallel. So when we make a parallelogram, then we will get the resultant voltage. So this is your VAB. Clear? So now you can see this is 120 degree, then total will be divided, it is 60 degree, this part 60 degree and this is 60 degree. So this is equally divided. So this part is 30 degree. This is also 30 degree. So that means what? So cosine part of the VAN will come here, and similarly from this phasor diagram, when you resolve this rectangular components from this phasor diagram, what we may write? VAB is equal to VAN cos 30 degree, because the cosine factor of this will come here. Similarly, cosine factor of this will come there, plus VNB cos 30 degree. So total is 2. Since VAN and VNB it is equal, because it is a balanced system, so we can write it is 2 VP into cos 30. So since cos 30 is root 3 by 2, so this is 2 into Vp into root 3 by 2. So here since VAN is equal to VNB is equal to Vp. So now 2 will be cancelled, and VAB is your V line. So V line is coming root 3 V patch. So this is the line voltage and phase voltage relationship of a star connections. So this is for star connection, VL is equal to root 3 V patch, or V patch is equal to VL by root 3. So whatever the voltage is coming to your home, that is the phase voltage, and phase voltage is nothing but the line voltage by root 3. Okay, so if any voltage you know, the next one you can easily find out. Getting this? In the similar way, you can find out all the VBC, VCA and VAB. Already I have shown you VAB The rest things you can easily do. So like by using this relation BBC, then you can get the VBN minus of VCN or it is plus VNC. So easily you can get a line voltage and phase voltage relationship. Getting this? So this is the relations between line voltage and phase voltage which is possible from the phasor diagram. So we will get